Paul Merson.
Ellis, Platten.
Gilly, Flaherty.
Action. They did that in the films, didn't they? My pre-match ritual before a game was I'd put my right sock on first and then take it off and put it back on, and I'd do exactly the same with my left foot every single game.
One of my pre-match rituals before going to a Leeds game is, before every game, I will kiss the Leeds badge 3 times just before kick-off, because in my head, that'll make us win.
So I'll take my shoes and socks off. I'll then put my shorts on, sit down, put my right sock on, my left sock on, my right boot on and my left boot on, and that has to stay the same every game.
One player, I won't name him, but from a pre-match meal we used to have at a golf club, on the way to the ground, he would always kiss his cross and put a song on exactly the same time, at exactly the same place on the way to the ground. Oh,
Great touch.
Stop it. As players, why do you think pre-match rituals are so important, and why do you think so many players have them?
It takes away the stress, so then you are able to enjoy the game a lot more.
I think the name of the game is to try not to worry about the game too much.
Yeah.
I mean, even pre-matches, I would have the same pre-match meal, you know,
same.
scrambled egg and baked beans on toast.
I hate to have marked you.
Well, we've all had experiences with gambling. What is your experience?
For me, it was the start when I was 14. The problem was I won a few times as a kid, and then it just kept spiraling. I kept losing, and it got to the point where, like, every day I was just waking up wanting to bet and, like, thinking about what I could bet on.
Well, I really relate to that.
What about you, Gilly?
I've had good friends, I've had ex-coaches as well who have lost everything. I've seen the chase of a bet, you know, when they've lost, whether it be horse race or something, they can't watch it happen because they're too stressed about whether they're going to win the bet or lose the bet.
It completely took me away from enjoying the game. You know, gambling took me away from sports, moments, my family. You know, it isolated me and it ruined my life, if I'm being honest.
I couldn't watch a game of football without thinking about what I could have bet on or what I'm betting on. Corners were a big thing for me. Instead of focusing on the match, I was focusing on actions. The focus was on how the bet would be affected.
I think it's important for people out there that are still struggling that there is a new pre-match ritual. There's TalkBanStop. I downloaded Gamban and it saved my life. It stops everything.
GamStop is there, blocks all access to any gambling site. Puts that block in place for you, so you don't have to worry about it. You can have that in place, it does that, and then you can watch the game and get on with it as normal. I think it's really good.
Sometimes talking to someone who's outside of it for help and to get advice from them, that I think is massive, because 9 times out of 10 they don't want to turn to their nearest and dearest to talk about it. They need obviously help and advice and just have another set of ears to listen.
There's the 3 things now. You've got GamCare, where you can talk to someone. You've got Gamban that puts the ban in place, and GamStop, which also restricts that access as well. So having all 3 there is fantastic to stop the access, but then also we can talk to someone as well.
So if you put all these like rituals together now, do you feel like now you get more enjoyment out of the sports that you watch?
Oh, 100%. Not just sport, out of life.
Now I can actually watch any sport and take enjoyment from it for the sport rather than the betting potential.
That's the thing, let's get a group shot.
Visit TalkBanStop.com.